We're going to talk about how my client Carlos got approved $85,000 at 0% interest for 12 months in just 9 days. Watch the entire video. In this video, we're going to talk about proof. Number one, we're going to talk about poor people so you can avoid being a poor person that's a hater and all that, right? Then we're going to talk about the 9 day process and we're going to talk about best practices and we're going to talk about how you can work with me to maximize your business funding. Let's get straight to it on this beautiful, blessed Friday. Hopefully, it's, good wherever you're at, but today's Friday where I'm at. So, as you see right here, Carlos got a $35,000 approval. You see that is from Citizens Bank. So, anybody that says everything is a scam, you know how poor people articulate, the proof is right there. Cool. 35,000. The next one. So, if you've been following me, you know we get these Chase approvals. What I will say, yes, it's a text message from the BRM. I didn't have Carlos log into his backend thing and then screenshot the 50,000 yet, but this is just, the BRM letting me know that he got the 50,000 approval. So if you've been watching me, you're probably not a dumbass and you can know that this is an approval, right? I'm not gonna fake text message and all that, right? So I was just doing a follow up. You see approved for 50K, and I said he got approved for 50K today. I posted that yesterday. So that's a proof. 50 plus 35, right? That is what? 85. 85,000. So cool. Let's analyze the poor so you can avoid being them, right? I like to have fun with these videos. It's not just the information. So if you don't want to have fun, you just want to get straight to it, you can skip a little bit in the video. But I want to analyze a poor person that was in my comments yesterday. So let's analyze the poor so you can avoid being like them. So I made a post and I'm just promoting my business the same way I'm posting this, promoting my business, because I know it's business owners out there that need me. So I would be selfish not to, post the receipts, the results, all that. So I posted a result yesterday, just of, I think it was of Carlos's 35,000. And then there was a poor person that decided to hop in my comments and just start talking crazy. The reason why, the reason why I'm reacting the way I'm reacting, I know people are gonna hate online and all that, but the thing is, this exact person was in my DMs. They had a history of being in my DMs, begging, asking for credit repair help. Um, I'm not gonna expose like all the DMs and everything, but I saw my appointment setter was going back and forth with them, giving them information. They were trying to get rid of hard inquiries. My literal account marked them as like a lead, a customer, because they continuously DM'd us. So I'm like, if you've been on my dick like so this much long, just D-riding for over a year in my DMs looking for help, how are you gonna be making all these useless comments on my video? This person was looking for funding from us. So for them to look for funding from us to now talking crazy in the comments that, oh, it's a scam and all that, I need y'all to realize the Bible speaks about envy, jealousy, all that. This is the envy and jealousy that, the Bible's speaking about, right? So look at what he's saying. He said a lot of people don't know how the credit funding scam works. You're gonna get funding, but you're gonna get robbed on the 35% fees. Bro, who's charging 35%? I think what's happening is this guy was at his 9 to 5. Maybe he's working a 9 to 5. Maybe he's watching my videos for a while. Because he's been following me for a while. He was at his 9 to 5. Maybe he was at Taco Bell or something. No disrespect to anyone to work at Taco Bell. And then what had happened was he was he was reloading his IG. He's been looking at my stories, me posting people, okay, this person's getting 35,000. This person getting 50,000. He's been wanting to work with us. He's been wanting us to get him his funding. But he got to his boiling point. He saw all of these wins happening, and then he's just like, nah, man, I can't do it. I gotta let off these comments. And then this is basically how he was looking. He said he posted an approval again. Nah, it's a scam now, even though I wanted to work with them. If I'm such a scam, why are you following me? Why did you DM me wanting to work with me? Why are you saying you want us to get you your business funding? Why are you asking me for all this credit repair help? You know? So I want y'all to understand, those of y'all that watch me, I believe that y'all are like the 1%, the chosen ones within your industry, whether it's credit repair, whether it's a different business, and we're gonna help you get your funding. So when you're posting results online, when you're changing lives, it's gonna be haters. So you just gotta understand what it is. And I just wanted to use this as a teachable moment, because this is not the first time. You know, we go through a lot just from showing receipts, showing results. People pocket watch. I didn't say anything about on this particular post. I never mentioned anything about getting paid or anything. The client, or I won't even call him a client. The poor just like he's just started going off, acting weird. He said, "You're better off supplying yourself, waiting a couple months, and then doing a credit line increase. People can't be this dumb." So he said, "People can't be this dumb." I think the people can't be this dumb is the he's a perfect example of the person that is dumb because he's saying that just go apply online by yourself and wait a couple months and do credit line increases. A lot of banks are not going to let you do a credit line increase for a minimum of 90 days, 30 to, 3 months to 6 months, right? He's talking about a couple months, just 2 months. It's not realistic to where you're just going to continuously do that, right? Let's use his stupid example, right? So even let's say we use a stupid example. Let's say you go get 5 to 10K approval. Okay, every 2 months you get an additional 5K. You're still not at a 50K limit that we potentially got our client because they worked with us, you know? So it's going to take time and all that. You can't apply by yourself. And one thing you got to realize is I've very been vocal about that. You can obviously do it yourself. We just have this service for people that understand value and want to do it to where it can be maximized, right? I go to a barber to get my hair cut. I know I can cut my hair myself. It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So remember the scam is when they tried to charge you a percentage on something you would have already got when they literally did nothing. So when you're working with the funding company, I don't know what he means by literally did nothing. But one thing I'll say, like I said, that was my final word on this pour, is you can't be talking like this when you're already in my DMs trying to get the exact service that you're hating on. It's one thing if he just commented randomly and he was just a random hater or whatever, but I had to go to our messages and I saw like you've been honest, you've been trying to get our help and everything. So this is just pure hatred, jealousy, envy, poor, poor, poor. So do not be like this person. All right, cool. Let's get straight into the video. So I digress. So let's talk about the process for Carlos, right? Because Carlos, he wasn't being on no weird stuff, and I'm hoping you're not on no weird stuff. So Carlos, like you, he watched our YouTube, he booked a call in the description, and we assessed his situation and created a customized game plan. So we basically concluded that Citizens Business Credit Card would be a good option, and a line of credit would be a good opportunity as well. So just transparency, we're actually going through the line of credit process right now. So I'm only telling y'all about the 85K, but there's potentially more on the table that he may get approved for. So, just to be transparent on that aspect as well. So I contacted my BRM with his app and explained his industry, and then we're like, okay, cool, it's good to go. So on March 11th of 2024, which was 10 days ago at this point, so we got his app filled out and sent it to my BRM with his ID. And it was towards the end of the workday, so he wasn't able to process him that day. So the next day, he called him and put in an application. So a couple of days go past, he's still in credit review. So it took a bit longer than we normally expect. Usually, things move a little bit quicker, but this is just a transparent aspect of things. And this is why I wanted to do this particular video because, we came across some things with his situation. So fast forward to the 17th, it was updated that I was updated that he needed to provide additional information, so that was provided. And then on the 18th, finally, so basically from the 11th to the 18th, so a week, we finally got his 35K approval, which I already showed y'all receipts for, right? So if you're not a dumbass, you saw the receipts, you know that it's there. So I said that to say it took longer than usual. Usually turnaround time is a little bit quicker, but it's just a transparent aspect, right? So this is a 7-day process. The entire process between everything was about 9 days, like I said. So that was Citizens. So let's talk about Chase. So contacted BRM on the same day, 3/11. With the intake form, we have our clients fill out to make the process smooth. And then just a few days later, it was just a busy week. So BRM was busy, finally sent out a DocuSign on the 14th. So one issue or one hiccup, I'll say, he accidentally sent it to the personal email, but Carlos did not want it to go to his personal email, so he requested it be sent to his business email, as that's what he preferred. So it was resent. He filled it out with a $50,000 limit request versus applying online. That's one of the things too when you go through this application, a different application process. And this is one of the benefits of working with us as well. We're going through a different application process versus someone that's just applying online. So we made that request. Fast forward to the 19th, the client contacted me that he felt he made a mistake filling out the DocuSign because he had a different address. It was like on the keyboard. He was typing something and there was like a misstep basically. And he didn't want to like accidentally get denied as far as I'm verifying address and stuff like that, right? So I contacted BRM to confirm, and on the 20th, which was yesterday, I was informed he was approved $50,000. So that was the process. So you see, from 11 to 20, that was 9 days. If you want to just go off of citizens, that was 7 days, right? But the entire thing was 9 days essentially. So, best practices. Again, we work directly with BRMs that have successful track record of client approvals under their name. If you don't know, I've been in doing this business since 2021. So, I've been doing it for a while. BRM does not guarantee approval. It's just a BRM works with the bank and sometimes directly with underwriting. So that can help. Nothing that we're going through is nothing is illegal. Obviously, I wouldn't be on here, if I'm saying something that's illegal. It's just, we have the knowledge and connections to make things a little bit better than what it is. It doesn't mean that the person that's coming is not qualified, right? They have to be qualified. It's just that we show them the way to maximize what they already got. So my BRM connections are vetted connections. Not every BRM is the same. It's like building a relationship, right? So keep that in mind. We structure the client's business in an attractive way to the bank. Same thing with the personal credit profile. So keep that in mind. So this is the reality. The reality is you can try to do it on your own, right? Going back to that poor person that I broke down. You can try to do it on your own, but if you do decide to apply without knowing the nuances of what we know and having relationships that we have, you're possibly wasting your time, right? So going back to what that poor said that I just had broke down, you could just go apply online by yourself and then just be asking credit limit increases. You see how the poor person that I broke down, he's already resorting to the fact that he has no connections, he has no knowledge of the process. So let me just go apply online and put myself in a negative position, a low 5, 10K limit to where I have to be begging for credit line increases versus doing it in a way of where you could just get a higher limit in the first place, right? So just keep that in mind. Whenever poor people are talking, you got to kind of analyze how they're articulating. It's usually only the poor that talks about scam this, scam that. This is a scam, and they articulate in that manner of do it yourself and let's be asking for credit line increases every 2 months. Stuff that's not even realistic. Poor people don't live in reality, so don't even mind them. They like robots. They're not even. I don't even. They're not real. But anyways, so I can't tell you every single detail that goes into consideration in one YouTube video, and there's certain things that happen in real time. I wanted to do the transparent video because y'all may see a lot of funding online. You may see a lot of the receipts I post and everything, but you don't know until I peel back the curtains on the whole process and everything that went through. Right? It was a little bit stressful for Carlos just going through the process because usually we informed them everybody's gonna be different, but usually the process is a little bit smoother. So yeah, the reality too, if you're an expert in your field, you could probably think of a similar concept where a newbie or a poor is trying to tell you how your industry is. So and when you know the game, you just look at the person silly, especially when it's like that poor person, that's somebody that was really trying to get your services, but they're just upset that other people are getting blessed as far as getting funding. So that's how I look at people that try to, simplify business funding or do it on their own or just articulate like the poor. And, this is how I view it. So if you are a business owner that can benefit from at least 85K at 0% interest in 12 months, I'm not saying this is a guarantee, but we may be able to help you. So go ahead and book a call below. With that being said, y'all have a blessed one.